r/AskReddit by Miss Reddit. Girls of Reddit. What do you think is the strangest thing about guys? Deleted. Penis holes are actually slits. My first boyfriend couldn't stop laughing when I stopped mid-head and literally gasped. Please don't say slits and penis holes in the same sentence. Cringes. Where the hell do testicles go when you sit on a bicycle? Our weight is supported on our ass cheeks. The balls kind of rest on the front of the seat. From what I've seen on here, guys tend to underestimate how low a vagina is. But girls seem to underestimate how forward the penis is on the pelvis. This is something I just wrote. I'll be over there reevaluating my life choices. When I fingered a girl for the first time, I was astounded at how far my hand had to creep down to get to the vagina. I was actually worried I may have been touching her a-hole. Go on. Recently my girlfriend discovered that if I need to pee when I'm pooping, I will do it sitting down. This amazed her. She asked her brother if he did too. She still isn't over the fact that guys pee sitting down when pooping. Why wouldn't we? I mean, it's already right there pointed down into the toilet. Are we supposed to stand up to pee and then sit back down? Sometimes to reassure myself I'm a man, I will hold the poo, stand up, and take a piss standing up like a man. You are now tagged as holds the poo. How violently guys greet each other. Fist bumps are gentle. I swear. Not the ones I've seen some guys do. They're like hand-to-hand punches. Can confirm. Source. Broke a mate's hand on accident once. Their fascination with boobs. And how they seem to forget that boobs have nerve endings and hurt when you poke or hit them. They aren't bongos. Their fascination with boobs. Double quote. It's because when you put your hand on a nice boob, it's like you're getting to second base with God. I find the most erotic part of a woman is the boobies. The fact that anytime you put a few of them together, action happens in some form or the other. Girls don't do this. But I wish we did. Leave like 5 girls together and we'll talk. Leave 5 guys. And weird shit happens. It's very entertaining though. Wait. I thought 5 girls left alone together always had pillow fights in their underwear? Everything I know is a lie. Pink dolphins live in the Amazon. Now you know a truth. They barely ever seem to get cold. My ex could stand out in the snow bollock naked and still not be cold. Edit. Some of these replies prove it to me. Men are just weird. Yes. This is work every day. I, male, always come into the office, turn my desk fan on full blast and fill my water bottle. I look over and my cube mates, 2 females, are there wrapped in blankets, literally. One girl even has USB powered heater mittens for typing. I need those USB powered heater mittens. Now. Priorities are straight. If something smells really bad and a guy says, dude, this smells awful. Here, smell. Holds out for his bud who actually smells it. I don't know why guys do this. It's weird. Yeah man. That reeks. Yes. He just told you. It's funny. It's so we can bond over the bad smell. Yeah, you don't want to be 3 weeks down the line and have your buddy Joe say yeah her kitten stank like, enter example here, and not have any idea what the duck it smelled like. Testicles. They're just weird. How do you not sit on them accidentally all the time? Why are you constantly adjusting them? Why does a mere tap to them incapacitate you? Why does a mere tap to them incapacitate you? The problem. Why are you constantly adjusting them? The solution. How do you not sit on them accidentally all the time? The desired outcome. Just to be clear, not sitting on them is the desired outcome. Semen is usually my outcome. I feel like sometimes when it comes to body language or non-verbal communication, some men don't seem to identify when someone is upset or angry. Or they do but just might not know what to do about it. The way I see it is that if I'm upset or angry, I either want to be left alone about it, which is why I haven't brought it up, but I still can't help but show some body language that I'm mad, or will bring it up directly with you. But usually only if there's actually something you can do to help the situation. We understand this about each other. If a buddy just had a bad breakup, the rule is not to bring it up unless they do. even if they're giving off strong signals that they're upset inside. And we just assume the same of women. That if you wanted to talk to us about why you're upset, you would come to us directly and bring it up. Strange and practical, that if you put your hand right next to their balls, if you look really closely you'll see them slowly moving away from the threat. Edit. Thank you to those who clarified that this actually occurs to maintain temperature due to sperm viability. It's actually more about the heat. They're supposed to stay in a fairly narrow temperature range for optimum sperm production. If it's cold out they'll tuck up close to the body. And if it's warm out they'll hang down further. A warm object like a laptop on your lap will make them move away. And a slightly less warm object like a hand groin heat reflected off a hand will make them move away more slowly. I'm likely to punch you very hard before I allow this to happen. I've had my acorns grabbed by a random girl in a club who thought I made fun of her friend. That will never happen again. If someone ever threatens with, I will demolish them. I just imagined a drunk girl trying to be seductive, gently rubbing her hand up your crotch, only to receive a swift uppercut to the chin. Having a stick hanging between their legs. For some reason that's just mind-boggling to me. Having a hole between your legs that my stick fits in. See, we're both weird. But the hole is compact and stuff. Just everything us girls have is tucked in. Oh wait, but then the boobs stick out. Yeah, it's just all weird. That just makes it more confusing to us. We have enough trouble fitting all of our organs into our torso. Then you go and fit a few more in and manage to look thinner than us at the same time. I'm a short skinny guy. But a lot of you are thinner than me even at the same height. Do you just not need as much liver as I do? The strangest thing to me is how we ended up with so many ridiculous, generalizing stereotypes about men when really, men are as varied and changeable as women. I ducking love men. I adore men. Why don't we say it? Men are all I love women. And we roll our eyes like sure you just want our vaginas. But it sounds weirdly slutty or desperate for a woman to say hey, I ducking love men. Not sure if I'm making sense. Doodlebrus I love you. Obligatory edit. Holy butt bananas. My first gold. Thank you. For daring to posit that men deserve love too. That's amazing and a more popular idea than I believed. Ladies, show the men in your life who deserve it a bit of love and compassion. Modern times are tough for them too. Let's hold hands and face this grand struggle that is life united, not divided. D. Love you too. 3. That guys refuse to order girly drinks even if they admit they taste good. Is it really that important to look manly that you'll deprive yourself of delicious food? Actually, that the idea of girly drinks exists at all. Seriously. What idiots tried a drink and went this shit is delicious. Clearly this and all drinks like it are meant just for women. Edit. No. I am not indicating you drink beer and whiskey but think it's disgusting, though some of you do. I love the taste of beer, rum, whiskey, all of it. But if you enjoy bacon, are you not also allowed to enjoy pie? Why no los dos? Yes. I am aware that some people simply don't like the taste of sweet drinks. That is not the issue I am referring to here, please. If your girly drink you tried that one time tasted like syrup, it likely wasn't made right. You can drink a fruity drink and then drink a beer or rum. Drinking a mate doesn't force you to stick to meis all night. I refuse to order them anymore because I puke every time after the 15th one. I refuse to order them anymore because I puke every time after the 15th one. I think I might have found the problem. Yeah. He's not drinking enough. That's why he had to stop with the girly drinks. How brutally honest guys are to each other. A guy will go to the gym and lose weight all because his friends called him a fat piece of shit. The world would stop turning if girlfriends were that honest with each other. Women not being honest or blunt freaks me the duck out. I would oftentimes watch my ex have this awkward verbal dance with her female roommates instead of just being honest. Why does "Hey Jane, can you take out the trash?" need to take 2 weeks of hints and gestures? Meanwhile my ex comes to me to complain about G not taking the trash out. I'm sure this isn't all women but you when I see it happen it blows my mind. Ducking yes. A good female friend of mine constantly complains about how one of her roommates refuses to clean up. Have you talked to her about it? Well, she should know. Meanwhile, I just got done telling my roommate that if he doesn't do the dishes he'll wake up on a piss and shit soiled pillow. Why can't everyone be this blunt with each other? It can be that honest. But most of the time it is as a joke. Most guys tend to acknowledge their faults and will work on them. Having a friend mention it might be as a jab. But it also probably points out something he already knew. It can be destructive, but it also helps. Their priorities. For example, my husband doesn't care if anything is clean. As in not filthy. But he goes nuts if something is unorganized. The fridge can have shit caked on the shelves, but he fusses over not being able to find his special mustard. I just don't get it. When a man needs his mustard, he needs his goddamn mustard. Utility versus aesthetics. I'd rather be able to find everything than search for it. Edit. None of you are clever. Then or than is something Reddit has trained you to notice and someone has already commented on it. Why don't guys wipe when they pee? I mean, the tip is probably a little wet from pee. Do you just ignore any urine that gets on your underwear? Shaking it can't totally get all the pee off. There's no way I could just shake the pee off of my parts. Edit. I absolutely love that this is my most replied to comment. Mostly, we just shake the excess out. And then just admit to ourselves that we won't be able to get everything. All the time. There will always be that extra drop that ducks us over. We just have to accept it. I'm surprised nobody's dropped in to give the jab yourself in the taint to get the last drops out advice yet. Reddit loves that trick. I'm not going to be that weird guy that looks like he's masturbating in public urinals. They openly talk about defecation and or the massive dump they just had. Talk? Words will fail you. Why talk about it when you can show them? Photos are where it is at. Document that shit. The award committee needs visual verification before you can get a prize. Document that shit. When they put their hands in their pants. Why? I asked my so this last night and he just said it was a habit. But I've seen other guys do this before. So weird to me. It's warm. Peeing outside. Peeing outside is the best peeing. No. Peeing off of something is the best. Decks, second story decks, cliffs. I only include second story decks if they are on single family homes. This is the best. I went mountain climbing 2 summers ago and pissed off a mountain top. I felt like a god. Or a rain cloud. Their ability to really be thinking about nothing at all. Most of the time I'm just thinking of boring random stuff that I know she really doesn't care about. Driving down the road and I'm staring off. Oh, what are you thinking about? Me, oh nothing. Her, oh come on, you're clearly thinking about something. What is it? Me, I was just thinking about when was the last time I got an oil change and I should probably get another soon. Her, oh. Double quote. Back to silence. To me it's more you start thinking about an oil change and then you go to wondering if your tires are properly inflated because you know that gives you better gas mileage until eventually you're trying to figure out how far your car could go on the oil produced by a single Tyrannosaurus Rex when she asks what are you thinking about? And you realize if you answer truthfully she's going to think you're a ducking weirdo. Oh, nothing. I've talked to a few guys about this. So far, the consensus is that they're thinking about something. But when they say nothing it's usually some kind of passive, uninteresting thought that they don't want to be bothered to explain. That helped it make a lot more sense to me. I think it's weird the way some guys go to dangerous, crazy lengths to get sex. Like, even if all the red flags in the world are clearly visible, guys will still just go for it. Guys falling for obvious prostitution stings. Guys ducking underage girls because they're easily manipulated. Guys banging exes they don't even like and bringing unneeded drama into their lives, etc. As a woman, I can't imagine arousal overriding the little voice in my head telling me something is a bad idea. You have never experienced the level of testosterone that we have in our bodies. I read somewhere, not sure where, that when women were undergoing their transition of becoming a man, that dealing with the amount of testosterone was becoming exceedingly overwhelming. Because of sexual arousal everywhere and aggression. Not sure where. You know damn well it was on Reddit. Great show. Here is a transcript section of a woman becoming a man. This American Life org link. Griffin Hansberry. Well, I felt like a monster a lot of the time. And it made me understand men. It made me understand adolescent boys a lot. Suddenly, hair is sprouting. And I'm turning into this beast. And I would really berate myself for it. I remember walking up 5th Avenue. There was a woman walking in front of me. And she was wearing this little skirt and this little top. And I was looking at her ass. And I kept saying to myself, don't look at it. Don't look at it. And I kept looking at it. And I walked past her. And this voice in my head kept saying, turn around to look at her breasts. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. And my feminist female background kept saying, don't you dare. You pig. Don't turn around. And I fought myself for a whole block. And then I turned around and checked her out. And before, it was cool. When I would do a poetry reading, I would get up. And I would read these poems about women on the street. And I was a butch dyke. And that was very cutting edge. And that was very sexy and raw. And now I'm just a jerk. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Reddit videos.